friends, how's it going and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I want to talk to you about continue, and as you can see I'm on the Swift documentation. Continue is one of the control transfer statements. I think it's one of the least used control statement in my opinion, and probably the reason is because you have to read the inverse meaning. Okay, so let me explain to you in a very simple example. So over here, I'm on the Xcode playground and I have a for loop over here and I'm iterating from 0 to 5. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly just run through this statement and then I'm printing out 0 to 5. Okay, so this is easy to understand. So whenever we look at continue, we can think of it as skip. Okay, so let's assume we have a business logic that, if I is 3, then we want to skip printing that. Okay, so how will we write that in an if-else statement? This is how we'll do that. Alright, so let me uncomment this and let me comment this out. So if I is not 3, then we print. Alright, so actually we don't need to have the else over here. Alright, so if I is not 3, then we print. So we are expecting to print 0, 1, 2. We're going to not print 3, and then we're going to print 4 and 5. Okay, so let's just run this and have a look. So you will not see 3 over here. Okay, so this is easy to understand. Now, how do we use continue to replicate this logic? Let me just uncomment this. Okay, so this is how we do it. So we're going to gut to check that if I is not 3, else continue, or gut if I is not 3, else skip. Okay, so basically we skip 3. Okay, so I put a comment over here. It was 3, let's skip it. So you have to kind of read this and inverse that meaning, okay? Because it's like saying that if it's not 3, then do something else. Okay, so this is how we achieve the same effect as this if statement over here. So let me just run this, and you'll notice that 3 is not being printed. Okay, so now the confusion happens is that, what happens if we use like a break instead? Okay, so you want to guess what happens? So let's try to read this again. Gut that I is not 3, then we break it. So what's going to happen is that it's going to print 0, 1, 2, and now when it comes to 3, when I is 3, it's going to call the break statement. And what break does is that it's going to break out of the for loop, and therefore if I'm to run this, you will not see 4 and 5 being printed. Okay, so let me just hit the play button and let's have a look. Alright, so as I mentioned, we are getting 0, 1, 2 because when it hits 3, it breaks out of the for loop, and that's the difference between a break and a continue.
Hi developers, I want to introduce you to my brand new course that I've created this year in 2023. This is the iOS and Swift MVVM combined SnapKit, Snapshot, UI and unit test course. Alright, so this is all the skills that you need to become a senior iOS engineer, and I've created this course to share all the knowledge that I've acquired for the past 7 years. So if you're a developer with 2 or 3 years of experience, look no further, because this course is going to supercharge your skills to land that senior developer role. I will provide promo links in the video description, so do check it out.